boondocks. The boondocks.
Hey team, welcome back. I'm currently travelling to a destination just half an hour drive from where I live to start the almighty EK3 cheap as chips build. So as you would have seen in the previous video, I have recently acquired a 1996 Honda Civic EK sedan, and its lowest trim level, I think it's an ML, so just a 1.5 auto, super tidy car, and as I suggested in the previous video, I put out what everyone's thoughts were as to what I should do with the car. The majority of the comments I received back were in relation to just keeping it as a daily driver or doing sort of like an OEM plus type build with subtle improvements. So that being said, I have decided to see what I can get away with as cheap as possible to make this as good as possible, I suppose is the key there. So I'm currently travelling to pick up the first piece of that puzzle. Yeah, I guess in an unfortunate sense for the guy I'm meeting with, he had an incident where a tree has fallen onto his car, which I'll insert a photo here. Yeah, it sucks for him. That's pretty ratchet. But he's made the decision to park the car out. So there's a few bits and pieces I'm just going to go and have a look over and see what's what. And then I'm going to turn around and go the complete opposite way for around 3 hours to a place south of Hamilton, which is one of our larger centres here in New Zealand. And that is to meet with another guy who races an EK3. So he's now got a couple of surplus things that are no longer of use to him, and things that I can utilise that my car doesn't currently have or could benefit from. So I'll go there, and then I'm going to swing in to the lads at Three Rotor Racing, Andy and Liam, and check in with them. Got a couple of things to pick up, and also make a little bit of a game plan for the RX-7 and its up and coming mission there as well. So yeah, stay tuned for the cheapest chips Civic build, guys. I'll keep you informed as to what I end up with and what that looks like. And yeah, hopefully I can make a cool little daily for not much buying. So I'll kind of, if I can, I'll outline the costs associated with whatever it is that I'm doing, just so that anyone that's out there in a similar situation or has a little car that they're wanting to do bits and pieces, you can kind of gauge what's involved and what you'd be looking at to create what it is. So thanks for tuning in, guys. Hope you enjoy. I better get the show on the road because it's a long journey ahead. You. Foggy ride over here this morning, but coming into the first little settlement. It's called Opotski. It's on the eastern coast of the North Island, so just around the corner from the first stop. And yeah, looking forward to seeing what things I can find. Oh well, and just like that, the first stop is done. So I've picked up a couple of bits from a real nice fella there. Yeah, pretty stoked. So what I ended up with is a factory Honda double cup holder that goes under the head unit, and a couple of center consoles with the high armrest. So his model EK was a VI, same year and everything, so still a pre-facelift. But yeah, just had a couple of little subtle differences there. So I've I've got those there down in the footwell. So I've actually got two of them just because there's two different trim types, if you like, with that match the existing interior. So yep, one of the panels there matched it nicely, and a cup holder. So I picked those items up for $30. So yeah, wrapped with that. That's bloody awesome. He was a real nice guy. Yeah, just super helpful and keen, and you know, a good person to talk with. He happens to be a spray painter, so that's, you know, that in itself, you get out there and you talk with people, you meet different you know, characters out there and make connections and stuff. So that's awesome. Who knows, that might hop back up down the track with other things that we got going on. So there you go. Anyway, I've turned around and I'm going the direction that I came from, and now ready for the big leg of the trip, all the way to the mighty Waikato. Ew. So there we go, there's the two high armrests. Mine currently has nothing. And here's the cup holder setup. How good is this? Yeah boy, comfort time. I'm in the middle of a bunch of paddocks and a couple of houses scattered around, and picked up a few bits. So you might just see in the background there, I've got a dash. And you kind of might be thinking, why do I have a dash? Well, I'll show you why. This one here doesn't have a rev counter, and obviously the automatic parts there. So I've found something that has a rev counter from a manual EK, and so I'm going to install that just because it's plug and play, and I'll show you how I go about doing that after when I get into it. Yeah, but part of the deal was that if I'm to get the speedo, I've got to take everything, and everything has a few things in the boot too. I'll show you what that is. Get into it. Here we go. We've got a Mugen 2¼ inch exhaust, mid pipe, and the old school twin loop pipe, and a couple of bits and pieces, but still salvageable. A bunch of fan and heater units from under the dash. That was part of the deal. And then, yeah, the dash here. So I will put my speedo in here. Got the rev counter and a little carbon bit there, but that was the deal. Take the whole dash. Now this one's been cut out for a roll cage because it came from an EK race car. It's now got a carbon fibre dash, but it was part of the deal. And why would I take it all? Because it was free. It cost me nothing but a bit of time, bit of motivation, and obviously some fuel to get here. But I've done 380 k's and used half a tank of gas, so I'll put some gas in at the end and see what it actually cost me. But just going to go catch up with a mate, have a bite to eat somewhere, and then I'll get back on the road and get home. Yeah, but well, I'm en route home now, so caught up with a good mate, which was awesome. Grabbed a bite to eat, and now we're carrying on. But I just thought I'd check in, and yeah, just a big shout out to the guy Matt that I got these bits off, because yeah, just a top man. They didn't, you know, just passing it on rather than trying to make big money out of it. So that's pretty cool. It's added a couple little options, I suppose, for the EK build. And he's got some pretty wicked cars himself. So he's got an EK hatch with a B18 CR out of a Type R Integra, and just Honda Odyssey front brakes, stripped it right out with a cage and seats and carbon dash, and a bit of diffuser stuff, and he just sends that in a like hill climbing type setting. Then he's got a NA MX5 with wide body flares and big feet on it, powered by a 4G63 out of an Evo. It's 400 horse at the wheels, that one. And he's got a little mini Cooper, an old school one, with a little worked 1300 engine. It's air forged pistons and a big cam and stuff. And then finally he's got a FG Falcon Turbo Ute with a big turbo, an intercooler and exhaust, and that's 650 horse at the wheels. So yeah, man of toys, and he actually just sold an old KP Starlet with a 1JZ in it. So quite a crazy setup that, but no, just a all-round good bugger. So yeah, I'll make my way home. It's probably 2.5 hours away from home now, but yeah, been a successful little outing. So looking forward to sort of cleaning up some of these items and adding a couple of them to the Civic. Yeah. Oh well, that was quite the mission. I'm about 20 minutes from home now. Yeah, what's the time? 4:30. So yeah, quite a while on the road, but a good mission nonetheless. Pretty successful to get a few bits for the build, and during this voyage I've been yarning with a mate who's up the line quite away from where I am, and yeah, we're just talking. He's right into Hondas and bits and pieces as well, and got a very cool EG2 CRX that he's put a B20B in, which is just a neat build. But he's just actually said that he would sponsor the car and engine. So I don't even know what to say. I honestly don't even know what to say. It just sort of blows me away that there's people out there like that are just, you know, have that kind of kindness and ability to share the love, I suppose. And that just, I guess, highlights, you know, the car culture and community that these things can create, and, you know, friendships like that. And yeah, just madness. So a few moving parts to sort out there, because that's an engine swap. So I guess all I can say there is watch this space. We might have some rather exciting episodes coming up, so I won't say too much more than that, but madness, just madness. But super stoked. What a good day out. Great news at the end there, and yeah, mad. I won't be doing anything today with this stuff, but I think I'll crack into it tomorrow. Actually have a look at what we've got, and maybe install at least the Cupholder. Gotta have that gun, and maybe the armrest. But yeah, thanks for tuning in, guys. I hope you enjoy the next little bit of fitment, and yeah, I hope you just enjoy this build series, because I think it's going to be pretty cool. Oh well, there you go. What's that? 567 Ks and 85 bucks. So that's what this trip, plus the 30 for the cup holders and stuff. So yeah, about 110 bucks, $115 for a round trip. And now I guess that carries on, because I've got probably 2 weeks worth of motoring. So happy days. Well, it's the next day. We've got Bodie here cleaning up his dash, the old Civic, and we're going to pull a few bits apart and see if we can clean them up and get them ready, eh? Look, hey, Bodes.
Yeah.
Let's get it. So I guess first things first, I've got to pull this centre out and here, pull those plastics out, and then have a little look around as to how this is fitted in here, and then look to sort of swap around with the bits I got yesterday after cleaning them. Oh, jackpot, $3. Yeah, what do you got there? Oh, diamond.
And a pen.
And a pen, sweet rose pen. The gift that keeps giving. I can see another golden gem down there. The cheapest chips build is winning. What's that? Oh, a gemstone, is it?
Muppet.
Holy. Better go clean that one up. Cool, eh? So I've got the plastics out. I'll get that out of the way. So this is what's in here at the moment. So just going to disconnect this and this, and then have a little swap around and look at the other setup because it's a little bit different again. So there we go. Just a bunch of screws to get that out. Nice and clear. Needs a good clean and a vacuum, but we'll get there. And here's the replacement unit. So obviously I don't necessarily need a second tape deck, but I was basically going to see if I can just keep this pocket here and then incorporate this portion. So that's the plan. Let's see. So I'm going to disconnect the cassette player first, I think. Oh, crikey. Oh gosh. Not the best screwdriver in the world. So what happens when you're just keen to put things in and can't be bothered going to the shed, and you just find whatever's lying around. Then you probably end up stripping the screws and spending more time anyway. So that's how it normally goes, but we'll see. See if I can get away with it. So it's going to come off. Yet. What is going on here? I'm sure there's another one. Surely not.
Are you trying to get that to off?
I am, buddy. You're right. Oh, it might come out that way, that's why. Comes out frontwards, not backwards. Right, I finally got that out, but after that, I mean, this is actually a cleaner, so this is the one that was in the car. It's a lot tidier than the one that I got. I just realised I can actually just take that back section out and put in the cup holder, I think, so I'll do that instead. Sometimes you just gotta do it to find out, but that's alright, we'll get there. What I'm really worried about is just having a sweet cup holder. And in typical Honda fashion, they don't, they're pretty good with all the different trim levels. They're still made the same car, so a lot of stuff is sort of interchangeable, which is sweet, even across all the different trim levels. So this bit should, I don't know how, but it should come out. Oh no, stand by, gotta take more screws out. So here we go, this is the bit we're after. Booyah! Close that back up. I've got my original dash pocket there, so I'll mount this in here somehow. However it goes, I really can't remember. And push has to be upside, be read the right way, so it must go something like that. Voila. Booyah. Mean. Now I've got 48,000 screws left, but I've got a cup holder, so happy days. Bit of a vacuum and I can put that one back in. Well, I've given under here a bit of a clean up and got this all dialed in, so we'll install this now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go and get a coffee just because, I think. Oh no. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Something like that. Couple of screws. Yep. So that's all in there, looking sharp. Next stage, still one of these. That looks lovely. But yep, same fabric on this one, so I'll utilise this carcass and make as nice a one as I can. Yeah, just got to screw it all in, but that's going to be epic. Another subtle difference is this one here has a blank plate, got a clock. Not sure if there's a loom in the back, I'm hopeful, but either way I think that's going to go in there. Well, this is escalating quick. Spent ages trying to get this off and then realised there's actually screws in behind these here, so there you go. Well, that was an absolute stitch up, all to get this panel out. Oh, what was that? Lost something. Just so that I can put a clock in, which I don't even know where that's got. Oh no, here it is. It's not going to work because there's no loom anyway. I've had to take secret screws out behind here, screws underneath here, disconnect the heater pull cord, head unit screws. What else? There's a few funny clips, some of the wiring, obviously the glove box and the lower panel over there. Yeah, about 58 screws and a couple of choice words said for a clock that doesn't work, but it'll look cool. Alright, so we've got a couple of nice new additions. A clock doesn't work, but I will splice that in when I get a new head unit. The old double cup holder down there, and a high center console. Just give that a clean, so I got that drying. And now I'm going to tackle the speedo. Bodie's in the background piecing together the old parts, so oh, I can see that frustration, just like when you lose the 10mm socket. Good times. So I've taken out the factory one, so it's just got 3 plugs on the back there and this little light plug that goes into here. So I'll grab the other one and compare, but essentially what I want to do is swap the center speedo over to the new cluster, and then yeah, obviously add the rev counter. So just got those black tabs here that you got to pop, and then you can open it up. Oh, yeah, sweet. So what I'm doing here is I've disconnected both speedos, and I'm just gonna, I've basically pulled the plastic off the front. Now I'm unscrewing with these there's 4 screws here, the center speedometer off the original one. So once I've got these, because this also has the mileage that the car's travelled, so I want to keep that consistent, obviously. So undo these 4, then that should in theory come out. So flip it over. You have a look over here, buddy. This, if I pry it open, I should be able to lift this up. So there's the whole speedo and the who's in my Watson. I'm going to do, so this one here, you'll notice a bit of a difference is it's got a 220k speedo, this one's got 180. So I'm going to try and put this faceplate onto there and then put this into there. So that's the plan. Hopefully I can do what I think I can do. So, 1 screw. Can't lose that, okay?
Yeah.
Bit of pressure just to release that. And hopefully, that one. Hopefully I can get this needle off. Might just try and pry this off. Ah! Okay, 180.
Password.
Let's get this. Back here. We'll get those little black screws on.
Woohoo!
Probably. So just swap those faceplates over. Now we're going to put these little screws in, hopefully not drop them. So that's all swapped over now. So let's see if I can get this going in the Civic. Alright, moment of truth. Does it work? Yeah! Now, my fuel gauge, I'm not sure what's going to happen there because that plug looked a little bit different. I know I've got a full tank, but that doesn't appear to be moving. Oh no, my speedo is not right. Ah! Okay. What to do here? What to do? Well, the fuel gauge is going up slightly. I'm just going to have to get that speedo needle right, and then we should be SRS light. Oh fuck! Don't even have an airbag. Better get that out of there. Okay, so I figured out what the SRS light is. It's this yellow plug here. So this was actually tucked away and taped up here, and I just presumed it was something to do with the rev counter. However, that's not the case. That's solely for airbags. Now this doesn't have airbags, this model, so no need for that. So once I unplugged it, that light went away, which is cool. Now I just got to get my speedo needle correct, see what's going on, and I believe these ones must have something to do with the auto function, like the park drive select sort of gauges on the old one, so not needed. Yeah, it works. Oh well, I can go and put that all back together now. You'll be guilty. One minor problem, I just tested the old GPS speed versus this, and it's about 40 kilometers out, so I've just got to work out how to get that needle position sorted on the old speedo, because I'm clearly definitely not doing 30 k's right now. Okay, I can see that, but yeah, no, that's not quite right, so a few more adjustments and then we'll get there. Well, that's a wrap. A couple of interior upgrades, obviously the speedometer, now with a working rev counter, the clock, still got to wire that in, but it's in, the double din cup holder, and the armrest with matching fabric. Happy days. Super stoked. It's come out bloody good. A little bit of work, but now I know how to do it all. And hopefully you do know a little bit about it as well. Thanks for watching, guys. Yeah, be sure to subscribe and share this content if you like it. I'm going to continue the cheapest chips EK build and see what this thing turns into, but that's the first part.